Vegas, Nevada. Both JC and I are recovering from being a little under the weather.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that makes you feel better than a good bowl of soup.
Yeah. So we were searching.
This came actually as a recommendation by one of your friends, right?
Yeah.
The Magic Noodle.
Yes, sir. Magic Noodle is, I guess it's...
What makes it so magical?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like a franchise. There's more than one spot here in Vegas.
I've never heard. I don't know if there's other locations outside of Vegas, but maybe it's just like one owner. He has two spots,
true,
right?
True.
So the spot that we're at is on Rainbow, not too far from the UFC PI, on the way to Summerlin.
Yeah.
If you're coming from like the airport area.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about what we're going to now is that we're thinking about maybe get some pho, maybe get some noodle soup. Noodle soup is generally like Chinese, right?
Yeah.
And pho is obviously
Vietnamese. Yeah.
right. So growing up, I mean, like in the Philippines or here, what do you think of when you think of noodle soup?
So when I think of noodle soup, at least from growing up in the Philippines, it's more like Chinese style.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard mami, which is M-A-M-I. It's like Chinese style.
They
have like siomai, and it's kind of like a Chinese influence. I don't know my history with mami specifically.
That makes sense. Growing up for noodle soup for me was like egg noodles and a vegetable and like chop suey, like a barbecue pork or something like that, and like wonton, right? They call it like wonton meat, right? Which is dumplings and noodles and like your protein.
Yeah.
What attracted me to here when we were looking at the options was that hand-pulled noodle house.
Hand-pulled, exactly. So Chinese fresh hand-pulled noodle house. I don't know if it's going to show there.
So you might be able to see in the background over here, I think they're pulling the noodles back through the glass windows behind us.
So what makes hand-pulled special in comparison to regular noodles? Like, is not all noodles hand-pulled, I guess is the question?
No, some are like machine rolled and stretched, but I know that for the hand-pulled, look at them knifing it over there. Oh, that's fresh.
Yeah.
That is fresh. But hand-pulled, I think, is literally they roll it out and they stretch it and they fold it and they pull and they fold it and they pull, and that's how you get all the strands.
And basically, does it end up being more of like a chewier bite, a fresher sort of? Is the process of the hand pulling, like, does it add more like air in that? I don't know.
I think it adds a little bit of freshness. It adds a little bit of I guess when you think about like
presentation factor as well.
Also like a hand pressed tortilla versus like one that's pre-made, right? Because like when you think of like noodles, also like even when pasta for like Italian food, it's like dried noodles, right?
Yeah.
And you throw it and you boil it and you make your pasta, right?
Yeah.
Same thing in like traditional noodle houses. It would be like raw noodle, not necessarily dried, but they throw it in the boiling water and go. But this one, they're hand making it right then and there for you to enjoy as fresh as it gets, right?
Exactly. So I don't know, like. We've been to Vegas so many times, and a lot of people like to eat, in places around the Strip, and I think Vegas is able to offer more options even outside, right? And this is one of the options.
Off the beaten path. I mean, I guarantee you, everyone here is local.
Yeah, which is good, right? It just kind of gives you just added legitimacy.
And it's a pretty diverse group here. You have Asian, non-Asian, younger, older. This is a cool spot. I'm really hyped on it. To start, I mean, they brought us the spicy wonton.
Spicy wonton.
We were debating between this or the
spicy dumpling Szechuan style.
Yeah, and she said this is more popular.
So we'll start with the spicy wonton pork.
Well, let me just mix it up a little bit. This looks great.
Show it for the camera.
Fantastic. All right,
it looks fresh, dude. Really delicious. The Magic Noodle.
Ooh, it's slippery.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh, that looks good too.
My white shirt is gonna get wrecked. It's really slippery. Steaming hot. Oh my God. That's delicious though.
That's hot.
Like spicy hot or temperature hot?
Both. Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Go ahead and try the pan-fried dumplings.
I'll try the pan fried dumplings.
Woo!
Wonder what this is. You should check. Is it vinegar? I'm not a vinegar guy, so. Oh, it's hot temperature hot too.
I can't tell. I'm still trying to get my voice back. I think it wasn't like so spicy that like it it was like burning my mouth. It was just like it just hit
Yeah.
the back, and I was like, oh, it triggered.
So, I really liked it. The first bite, I feel like it's just the flavor popped out right away. I know it kind of took you aback.
It was super slippery. Does that make sense?
So that kind of made it a challenge, right? I feel like
Yeah.
the fact that it was slippery, it made us try to eat it quicker than what we wanted to.
You know, and I would say that
Over here.
I would say the noodles are delicate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be,
That looks fantastic.
you gotta be really, really, see? Careful with grabbing it, but as you can see, nice and gooey.
You know, this pan-fried dumpling, it almost looks like a gyoza, like a fried pot sticker.
See, I didn't think that it would be like a hard shell with a pan-fried dumpling. I thought it would be like, you know, the softer ones.
That's delicious. Meaty,
Pork as well, nice and meaty.
not spicy.
I almost feel like you don't even need any like sauce with it.
Yeah.
Right? The flavor is all over.
You know what? And I would compare it to gyoza, but like it's a little. You know what? It's a little flakier. Does that make sense? Almost like a pastry dough.
Nice little crunch to it as you bite.
It's great. Really, really good. Go ahead and get started on your noodles.
All right, so I got the, what did I get? The Szechuan style beef brisket noodle. So let me, as John gets his soup
Ooh, that looks
shown,
good.
I'm gonna try to show the camera a little bit. So Szechuan, when you think Szechuan, you think spicy, right?
Are you show-showing the...
Showing the camera.
Oh, I missed it.
There's like some beef brisket.
Showing
Lots
the
of-
Szechuan. That's what I tried to...
Show the Szechuan. And you see the color already. It really looks like red and spicy, but then it's got like beef pieces. That'll
You know
take
what's
a bite
funny?
a little bit.
Look at that soup spoon. It's like a ladle.
Looks good.
Yeah. Oh, so and then I got the beef brisket. That's not spicy, and I opted instead of the hand-pulled noodles, I got the knife cut. And I don't know if you caught that earlier with the guy chopping the noodles off that block, but this is a wider cut, and literally he had like this almost like a loaf of bread, and he had the knife and he's just like slicing it into the pot. It was pretty nice.
It looks good, bro. You didn't go spicy this round.
Yeah, you know what? I'll save the spice for the next meal. After that wonton got me, I think it was the right move.
So let's dig in and see
If it's magical.
if it matches the way that it looks.
Oh my gosh. Delicious. It's a nice change of pace too, because whenever you want like soup, generally we have gravitated towards getting a bowl of pho, right?
Yeah.
Or like the hangover cure, right? It's usually a bowl of pho, right?
And don't get me wrong, like a good bowl of it's hard to compete against that. But if you have options like the Magic Noodle, I feel like it's hard not to try it, you know?
My broth is super beefy, which I like a lot.
The noodles look super tender and soft, bro.
I'm all about the chew. Amazing chew on these noodles. Really, really good chew. I like the inconsistency of the shape of the cut because it's not like a machine cut straight noodle. You could almost see the knife cutting it at a funky angle. And I want to say that I can taste the difference. It definitely has a chewiness to it, which I like a lot.
So I went with the regular hand pull one, which, you know, is what you expect from like a regular noodle. With that said, it's still delicious.
Oh, you can see him pulling it over there, JC?
You can see the.
Oh, that's great. That's so cool. That is really cool. Just as cool as this gigantic brisket piece over here. Super tender on the brisket. My base for the soup, it is almost like a beef stew flavor that's been strained out and thinned out. To just be a great beef broth. The freshness of the green onion and the cilantro is almost necessary just to really freshen it up a little bit.
For the Szechuan, it definitely is spicy, as expected. I think from a spice level, it's a solid 7.
Ooh, that's pretty spicy. You're not sweating yet, so so it couldn't be that spicy, right?
I think Szechuan spice is different from like a Thai spice.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it builds. Like from a first sip,
Got you.
like it's fine, but the more that you eat, like it continually just kind of adds up on your mouth.
Oh, here it is. So there's a little bit of bok choy here on the bottom. I was about to say, I'm like, this dish what could make it better is a little more vegetable, and the vegetables were there on the bottom, soaking up a lot of that soup.
You think bok choy is traditional in terms of these soups?
Yeah. It holds the texture well. Good crunch. They flash boil it first, and then they throw it in, so it doesn't get too soggy. Because if you boil bok choy even longer than like 2 minutes, you won't have any texture on the stem. It'd be too mushy. So, I mean, overall, I'm enjoying this a lot. I would almost crave this if I'm like, not being here. This is fantastic.
So speaking about this type of soup, is there any place like this in the Bay Area that we could get?
For
uniquely like similar menu.
For hand-pulled noodles, I haven't been to a spot in the Bay that I can think of with great hand-pulled noodles. If you guys know of any in the comments, let us know, drop it, and we'll go visit them next. But man, the Bay could use something like this.
I know, right? I feel like that would cater to the Bay Area palate
for sure.
Well.
For sure.
Which is it surprising to have a spot like this in Vegas?
I think one of the reasons why I think Vegas has so many options for good food is that there's more real estate, and I think you could be more experimental for business owners to try some new things. You know what I mean? I mean, for San Francisco, I mean, look at what happened during COVID. All these restaurants shut down because no one's going out to the restaurants and you can't afford your lease.
Yeah.
And like, who can afford, I mean, like a building like this in downtown San Francisco, you might be paying like 20 grand plus a month, you know what I mean? But out here, maybe you're paying 6,000 to 8,000, maybe.
Yeah.
I might need a fact check on that, but
Yeah.
based on what I know about commercial real estate
it's
in the
less.
area, yeah.
Less, basically, right? So there's more opportunities
So you
for...
can take the risk and try some new things, and if it hits, great, keep it going. And if it doesn't, then you shut your door and
Move
you
on.
you lose maybe a year of lease and you're fine, you know?
Obviously, Magic Noodle is doing well enough to have more than one branch, right? Yes, please.
How long has Magic Noodle been here?
This location over a year.
Oh, it's still pretty new. How about the previous location?
That one, oh my gosh, this other.
Oh, long
Yeah,
time,
that
long
one,
time.
long time.
Wow. Which one's busier? Is this one busier or the other one is?
That one is more busy.
I feel like we got lucky. We came at a good time. It wasn't too
Yeah,
busy.
today is not too much busy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a long waiting list.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? We got
today
lucky
is
today.
on
For a Sunday night too, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Today is like a long waiting list.
Yeah, it's our first time coming here. Our friend told us to come here, and it's really, really good.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
really
yeah.
enjoying it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, really good experience. Thank you so much, X, for the recommendation. You know, we were looking...
Shout out to X.
Yeah, so we're always looking for spots, you know,
One of your
when we're
ball
traveling. No, one of old school homies
Oh,
over
cool.
from Sacktown. So,
X, appreciate it.
yeah, man, good recommendation, man. So, I know we still have a lot of food and we can talk more, but I do feel like we just want to eat at this point. So before we finish all of this, let's do grades. I know we haven't finished a full meal, but I do feel like we've had enough to really taste it.
Granted, I'm starving. Granted, I love noodle soup and it's hitting the spot. I'm above 9 already. I'm really enjoying this.
You know what? I was hungry too. I'm a noodle soup kind of guy as well.
I mean, there's nothing I can think of that can make this dish that I'm having right now any better.
I think I kind of agree with you, bro. I think it's over a 9. I feel like it hits the spot.
The noodle texture, the portions, the tenderness of the beef, the depth of the broth. I give it a 9.5.
You know what? Cosign. Easy 9.5.
9.5.
And the fact that it's off the strip, by the wayside.
Parking was easy.
Parking was easy.
The waitress said we did come at a good
Yeah.
time. We did come at the perfect time.
Prices seem reasonable, especially compared to the Bay Area.
I
sort
would
of.
say this would cost more in the Bay. This would be a $20 dish in
Yeah.
the Bay.
You're-
Each of ours are like 14, 15 bucks.
Exactly right. All of that's put together, I concur.
9.5.
Absolutely.
Great job, Magic Noodle. We're gonna enjoy the rest of our noodle soup, our dumplings, and we'll catch you again soon. Dad's out.